All right, so I'm back with another episode of the Tim Show, and I'm here with the Wrestlemania edition. Yes, this episode was going to be nothing but wrestling. Wrestling. We are getting ready for WrestleMania on Saturday, and it's an interesting card. So I brought some help, as I've been doing lately. I've been bringing some guests on to help aid me in my discussion, so I'm just not just yelling at the screen, yelling at you about my opinion. So I brought my boy Ev. He's a huge wrestling fan. Huge. He's gonna come aid me on this episode. We're gonna speak about nothing but wrestling. And let's go. My boy Ev was good, bro.
Yeah, what's up, my boy?
You got that Yankee
Been a
hat.
real long time.
It,
Been a
it,
real long time. We was in front of a camera.
since Kings of Culture.
You
And
know
think
it.
about it, mostly everybody been on. I I'm gonna try to get Raw on some football stuff.
As you should.
Probably reach out to Kelsey too as well. I know he's doing like his traveling thing too. So it's like everyone's been on, but I see we got our Yankee hats on.
You know, you see it. You see it anywhere I go. Anywhere I go, live from the Midwest.
Yeah, we tell the audience where you at right now.
I'm in Aurora, Colorado, man.
What the hell you doing out there?
Family shit.
Oh,
Family shit.
oh. I don't.
That's all it is out here.
Yo, what's that TV show? Paradise. That's where you at.
Paradise.
It's a TV show
I might
called.
have to check it out.
What? Damn, I think that's the name of it. I think it's called Paradise. I think it's called Paradise. I could be wrong, but they built like a underground world because the world ended, right?
Yeah.
And they built like an underground world in Colorado, like in the mountains. Right? It was in
That's what it feel
Colorado.
like.
That's where you at.
That's what it feel like. Yo, bro, there's nothing around, bro.
Yeah.
I go step outside, there's nothing.
Well, you got a chance to watch NBA playoffs,
You
NHL
know?
playoffs, and WrestleMania this weekend.
That's my Super Bowl.
WrestleMania.
You know it.
All right.
You know
So
it.
I know I just got back into the wrestling
Yes,
this
sir.
year. I was already I want to tap myself on the head. I was already right about the John Cena shit. But but you kind of hinted at it as well when I told you before I recorded it. I think you probably had
Yeah.
like some inside information about that. Um Now before we get
So.
to yeah, but you follow it a lot. You follow it, so therefore you
Yeah.
follow you. You can make some predictions as well as your own personal knowledge and people who actually like heavily involved in it. But before we start to the WrestleMania card, we got a big card, right? Uh,
Mm-hmm.
let's get to when you like what made you fall in love with wrestling.
So the way that it happened for me, my brother was really big into wrestling. All the homies around the way was into wrestling. And then one day it was just on. And I was a baby. I was maybe like 3, 4 years old. But WCW was on.
So you
But
born
this
around
is like
'96, right?
97. Yeah.
So this
So this is like the end of WCW.
you didn't get the good one.
So this is like, you know, Goldberg and all of that.
Goldberg sucked as a
Terrible.
wrestler.
Terrible.
Yeah,
So that was on, and I was like, got into it a little bit. And then Raw was on. And my brother switched from Nitro to Raw. And even as a kid, you could see the difference. Like, it was a big difference.
yeah,
And ever since then, it was always that. Like, I never stopped.
yeah. So
Never.
Do you go back like further now that it's so much? Well, you could go on YouTube back in the day, but
Oh,
now with
for
like
sure.
Peacock and all those different sites, you can go back and watch like older wrestling.
I mean, yeah, so as you get older, you get more into it and you look at stuff that you didn't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so I would go back, watch older Nitros.
Mhm.
I'm really infatuated with the prime of WCW, because that was like there was no product better than that
What the
at
prime of
their prime.
WCW? You think?
Yeah, their
Because
prime,
that's your
like
introduction to it
'97.
is WCW basically.
Yeah,
So that's why you
yeah.
like AEW.
In the beginning, because it had that feel, you know,
Tony Schiavone.
definitely.
Yeah,
And then some of the classic WCW guys, Chris Jericho was over there.
yeah,
Sting ended up over there. Sting was one of my favorite wrestlers
yeah.
ever.
Sting is a real goat.
Yeah,
Ric
definitely.
Flair. See, we're not too far away in age. As you said, you was born in '97, right? I was born in
Yeah,
'92, so it's 5 years, 4 or 5 years apart,
yeah,
depending on when the actual months are. But my introduction to wrestling was my dad. So he was a huge wrestling fan, and I was around. So when you was born, I was 4 or 5 years old, and that's when the height. That was like the height of the Monday Night Wars,
yeah. You
right?
were in it.
Yeah. So I hated WCW. Like I didn't.
Mm,
I learned to appreciate
mm,
WCW as I got older, right? But I was WWE, WWF, whatever you want to call it. That's what I was. Like
for sure.
my pops is a huge wrestling fan. Even to his passing, he watched wrestling. Even when I stopped, he always continued to keep watching it.
Right.
It's crazy how you said the best, like the WCW days, like the peak of WCW, because creatively, I don't think that is right. Because what I did was,
Really?
yeah, because what I did was I became a fan of wrestling. Like I would go back and watch wrestling so much. Like I had tapes, all the Prime video tapes and things like that. I'm
For
kind of
sure.
dating myself, but like
Oh, no, we had those two.
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, got the people recording it for you when you can't watch it and
yeah,
all of
and they
that.
also used to sell it. They should sell it because the
Oh, yeah.
actual VHSs. So I would watch older wrestling, and I fell in love with the '80s.
Mm,
So like my
okay.
favorite time of wrestling is like '80s, like the old red, white, and blue
Right, right,
WWF
right.
ropes. And then as I went back and started watching WCW, it was like the Ric Flair days, um,
Mm-hmm.
Dusty Rhodes, Harley Race, Sting,
Goats.
Sting,
Goats. Surface
Vader.
thing,
That's when he
though.
was big Van Vader. Vader.
Yeah.
Like WCW or NWA at the time always had like great wrestlers.
Yeah.
But it just seemed
For
like
sure.
Vince knew what to do with these wrestlers. Like Stunning Steve, Stone Cold was over there, Undertaker was over there.
Yeah.
A lot of guys started out in WA, and Vince took that talent when they got to WWF. He took that talent and he made a character out of it. So that
He
was
knew
kind
how to take
of,
him to the next level.
yes, yes, yes. So I won't say it was more creative back in those days. I won't say that. But like if you look at the heyday of when you was introduced to WCW, that was mostly Vince McMahon's product.
Oh, definitely.
That was the '80s.
Definitely.
That was the '80s
That
Vince
was,
McMahon product.
those were all his, everything over there in WCW at that time was pretty much a Vince product.
Yeah. Eric Bischoff kind of like they was giving out the bag basically,
Oh, yeah.
paying more, working less. They had more creative
Guaranteed.
freedom, guaranteed money.
Guaranteed money.
Yep. So
Mm.
that was basically like the introduction to like that was basically your introduction was the '80s wrestlers from WWF in the '90s and WCW. That was it. So you
Yep.
probably should
I
go
want to,
back and watch the '80s. You'll probably like it.
I watch the 80s. I
Really.
watch the 80s sometimes. But you know, it's something I want to touch on. You say you a Ric Flair fan. I know you.
I love Ric Flair.
You love Ric
I
Flair.
love Ric
You
Flair.
know, we got to talk about my man's about to set a record. In my personal opinion,
Oh,
in
we
my personal opinion,
John Cena.
he, you know it. You know where we going with it. John Cena and Cody Rhodes.
All right, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Where do you want to go from here? Because you know John Cena is my GOAT.
I know.
He's rivaling your GOAT,
Well,
which
my
is
goat.
statistic wise.
Yeah, I think Ric Flair is a goat. One of the goats. My favorite wrestler is Undertaker, right? But
Okay.
I think Ric Flair is
rematch
one
on
of the
that.
goats, right? I love
Definitely.
Yeah, I love Undertaker, but I
Yeah.
think that Ric
We
Flair is
we
one.
here with that one.
Yeah, yeah, that's my guy. But I think that Ric Flair is one of the goats, right? And it's funny that Cena would win the if he was to win the belt, because eventually he will win, right?
Right.
That's why I said eventually. I get back into my eventually word, but um, it's funny that he's going to do it against Cody Rhodes because Ric Flair's rival,
Right.
Dusty Rhodes, right?
There's like hills and mountains to this story that just go
Yeah,
on and on and on.
yeah.
That's one thing that I like about wrestling, man. You could always go back. You know,
You
like
always
it
go back. Yeah,
stories go years and years and years and years and years.
yeah. And them
You
guys
know?
used to get beat up back in the days.
Oh, for sure.
Like
For sure.
technology a little bit different now. You could see more of the like again. We all know that wrestling is scripted, right?
Of course.
But I think that because it's scripted, it take away from people who aren't fans of it to think that it's not real. Like as if these guys are not like they're not
Mm-hmm.
putting their bodies up at like these are not. I'm not just going to be a wrestler. I'm not jumping off the top of a rope and 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 flipping to hit like it. I'm not.
Onto like half a mattress that's on some plywood.
Yeah,
It's
it
crazy.
takes some type of athletic ability to do this.
For sure.
It do and
Definitely an athlete.
an athlete, yeah. But what are your thoughts on get back to the Cody Rhodes and John Cena? What are your thoughts on this fight? What do you think is going to be the outcome?
So it's a rock and a hard place for me. Because I love Cody Rhodes, but obviously John Cena is my GOAT coming up in that era.
Mm-hmm.
It's it'll be for me, it'll be one of those where I just either way I'll be happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because either John Cena gets the quote unquote record, because we all know that's not the real record,
yeah.
or Cody Rhodes
Wait,
gets
why
the
you say it's not the real record?
um like if you look back, Ric Flair obviously won more titles that aren't recognized by WWE.
What they say is I'm
Rick,
at right now.
they say it's at
16?
16.
16?
Yeah, Ric Flair got more than that. Ric Flair got like 27.
Wait. I can't fact check this, but he wasn't winning world titles after and like the last time he probably had a world title was in the 90s.
Yeah, so the way that it was, I want to say like in the 80s, stuff that wasn't on TV, like he would lose the belt off TV and then win it back the same night.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
So they only count what was like recorded.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But realistically, he's got a ton more that
Mm-hmm.
just aren't talked about. So yeah, either John Cena gets the record or Cody Rhodes gets like kind of like the torch passed to him.
Yeah.
Like you're the guy now.
Mm-hmm.
You're the bring it to football. You're Tom Brady now.
Tom Brady.
You're you're the number one quarterback. You're holding this thing down, and you got to do it for the next 10, 15 years.
So you think that there is a situation to where Cena loses in WrestleMania?
Yeah,
I'm on the same.
yeah,
I'm on that boat.
yeah. I mean, it would be too easy for them to just give it to him like right now. Like if he was to win at WrestleMania,
It's too
there's
cliche for him to
it.
win. I was saying the same
Yeah,
thing, and because of the way the writing has been, again, I'm only speaking on. I've been watching since the main event in Nassau Coliseum, so I'm only
yeah.
speaking on like watching every week. I'm only because I will watch once in a while, but like, um, just watching and looking at the storyline, the writing has been really good. So like
Hmm.
that would be really cliche to just go and say, boom, Cena wins, and now for the next 6, 7 months he's going to defend the title, right?
Right.
I think there's going
That's
to be
what
some
I was
type of
thinking.
controversy.
And The Rock is kind of involved in this story.
Of
And
course.
when The Rock is involved, it's never just straightforward.
So you with
You know what I
me
mean?
100%. I think Cena's not winning.
I think he's not winning. I would love for him to win,
Yeah.
but I think they don't give him that win until they go to like SummerSlam and
SummerSlam, like
MetLife.
that. Or Backlash or
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's not. It's not. It's not going to be the moment that people want.
Yeah, and I feel the same way. I don't know what they do with the storyline though, like how he
Right.
loses or who gets inserted into this beef.
Yeah. I mean, there's a way for them to do it, right? Where he could win and it'll add layers to the story.
Yeah,
He could win dirty, like he could win as a real heel. And now it's like, all right, we got this superhero over here who's just at this point doing whatever it takes. Who already did whatever it took to win. Because you
yeah,
got like it's hard to beat that guy.
it's hard to beat him. Yeah, but to
And
me,
now he's being dirty.
do you feel he's been just touching on what you're speaking on right now? Do you feel he's been a good heel so far? Like
Honestly speaking, no.
he hasn't been on TV as much.
He hasn't said anything.
It's like he's
He's
going against the
touching on
fans.
right.
Like I'm not giving in to
He
y'all anymore. I did everything I
yeah.
wanted all these years. Y'all. I'm moving on for y'all and these type of things. But it's like, all right, where's the energy? Where's like we're gonna touch on this later. But like you see Gunther,
Mm-hmm.
like
That's
we
my
see
boy.
week in and week out, he's coming in and he's kicking some ass. We'll get to
Without a
that,
doubt.
but we don't. I don't see
We
that yet.
right. And I think it's again, they like slow burn.
Yeah.
When it comes to that championship, they like to slow burn thing. With John Cena, we don't have time for a slow burn.
That's why I
This
think
is
I'm
it.
old school because of that slow burn thing with the main belt. It's like,
Yeah,
yo, I need to see some more action.
for sure.
Like I'm tuning in.
You,
I'm tuning in for that, and I'm like, all right, they're gonna keep arguing with each other, like a little speech. It's like a speech. Like, come on, can we get some real action?
so in our era, it was that main title was getting defended every month
Yeah,
at the pay per view. It's not like that no
it's
more.
not like that
It's
no more. And I just learned
and
just
that's
to
a
get they
Triple H
kept it.
thing.
Huh?
That's a Triple H thing. Triple H likes the slow burn stories. Like he just
Listen, it worked.
just like the way he talks, man. Everything's slow,
Everything's
bro.
slow. Listen, it worked.
It
It
works.
worked.
It gets people in tune and it brought it mainstream.
Well, I think. Well, all in all, I think that it'll be a great fight.
Oh, for sure.
I think it'd be a great fight. I think you got two great in ring fighters. Cena is recognized as a GOAT. I won't deny that. And Cody's making his number. He's been all his fights has been good, been entertaining. So I think we have a good fight, and hopefully we get a great turnout. I know we will. Now that leads us to just like a classic because we're speaking on this match and we think it's going to be a classic match. Let's go into what are your most memorable WrestleMania moments. It could be matches. It could be something that happened.
Mm. So for matches, I'm gonna give you one that's a lot of people love, and then I'm gonna give you one that a lot of people slept on.
All right.
Both from the same pay per view, WrestleMania 17. That's one that
That's
I
in
always
Houston.
remember. Yeah,
I was watching.
that's one that I
I
always
was watching.
remember. So my cousin recorded it on the VHS for me, bought it for me the next day.
Uh-huh.
Great pay per view. The match that I love the most, obviously, Austin and The Rock. That's just,
Austin
to
Rock.
me, that's
Epic.
top five ever.
Epic. Epic.
And one that slept on, Kurt Angle and Chris Benoit.
Kurt Angle and Chris Benoit, two technical wrestlers.
Great match.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever seen it or if you've seen it
No, I
recently.
remember. I remember where it was at. I remember WrestleMania 17. I don't
Yeah,
remember. I don't remember Chris Benoit and Kurt Angle. I wasn't a real big Kurt Angle fan in his matches, but I do know Chris Benoit was a great wrestler. Kurt Angle was a great
for
wrestler.
sure.
But I do know that Rock and Stone Cold match. That
Top
was a great.
five, top five.
That was a great
And
match.
it didn't have to be spectacular. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like they're not, we're gonna be honest, The Rock's not the greatest wrestler ever, but he
But
knows
the
what he has to
theatrics with
do
The
in
Rock,
there.
like the in-ring things
Yeah,
with him, the way he sell the stunner, the way he
for
sell any
sure,
type, like
bro.
he was great. Like you could tell, you like when you watch The Rock, and yes, he's gotten better as an actor, But
Mm-hmm.
when you watch him, like even when he was Nation of Domination, right? He always put on a show. Like he like he had the it factor. Like even now,
He
even
was
with
made to be where he's at now. He
exactly.
was
Yeah, it
always
was
that.
made to be
Yeah.
exactly. That's what I'm hitting at. Like again, I was talking to Tisa the other day, and I was talking about like he was saying that The Rock is stepping into that Vince McMahon role with the corporate thing, and,
Mm-hmm.
and that's another thing that we think is going to happen too with the John Cena, and
True.
get into the next another match as well. We're going to speak on right, but actually, the next match after this, the corporation thing coming in and saying how The Rock is stepping into that role that Vince McMahon was playing. Well, who I think had the best character ever was Vince McMahon. Like we turned into
Yes.
his character. Now,
Yes.
it's I'm very curious to see how The Rock step into that.
I think that he's kind of there already.
He's there, but we know it's gonna get taken up another notch.
When The Rock is around, you feel it.
Mm-hmm.
It makes it exciting.
Yeah,
That final boss is different.
and Final Boss is fire. The
It's like
entrance.
a lot of the things that he gets thrown at him, he knows what to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe everything. Because it's like Nation of Domination, he was just thrown in
That was
there.
great.
He made it
We
work.
stole into that. He made it work.
He went to the corporate ministry
Corporate
and all of
ministry.
that.
That
Made it
work.
work.
That work.
The People's Chant made it work.
That
The
work.
Rock went Hollywood, made it work.
Everything he's done, everything he's
He
touched,
just makes it
is
work.
it's been great.
It's golden.
Mm-hmm. Now, for me, I don't know what is my favorite WrestleMania match. I got so many. Of course,
That's
it's
fair.
older. It's before the 2000s. I love to watch Bret Hart. If you remember the Iron Man match with him and Shawn Michaels,
Mm-hmm.
that was a
That's a top
classic.
5 as well.
That was a classic fight. 60 minutes, and again, it's hard to keep somebody's attention for 60 minutes, and they did that.
It's hard to be in a ring for 60
Oh hell
minutes.
yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Another great fight, and shit, it might be with Shawn Michaels again too. He was
Mr.
hurt.
WrestleMania.
WrestleMania Shawn Michaels versus Austin. His
Mm-hmm.
back injury, the one with Mike Tyson, came in.
Mm-hmm.
That was another great fight. Again, all of my favorite WrestleMania moments are older moments. Are older moments. Um, of course, you got to go back to Ricky
I knew it.
Steamboat and
I knew
Macho
it.
Man. Like
That's
way past my time, way before my time, way before my time. But Ricky Steamboat
way
was
before
another.
mine, too.
He was another WCW guy. Ricky Steamboat.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Macho Man. Macho Man. Even Macho Man against. Well, did Macho Man fight Hogan in WrestleMania 4? I'm trying to believe when they was the Mega Powers. I can't remember it
I
right.
believe that's WrestleMania.
They fought with
Because
each
they did
other.
2, right? It was like SummerSlam and then WrestleMania.
Yeah, they
It
fought
was
with
it
each
was a
other.
story for, yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's
The
what.
Mega Powers
And
collided.
Elizabeth. Macho
Mm-hmm.
Man was just another guy that was another great in-ring wrestler.
Definitely.
I don't really have,
Definitely. Knew what to do on the microphone.
and now I have a bad moment.
Okay.
Speaking on my Undertaker thing, I hated the fact that they put Brock Lesnar over him. That
I think
he didn't need it.
95% of people hate it.
He didn't need it.
That's why it
Brock
sucks.
didn't
Because
need
he
it.
didn't need it.
You didn't do anything. You didn't
Yeah.
do anything for him. He didn't need it. He was Brock Lesnar already. He's
It
already
didn't
one of the
change.
best.
Yeah.
All his matches are good,
Yeah.
right? I like Brock, man. I don't know your opinion
Because
on it.
it's not like he's on the road all the time. So he knows when he shows up, he got to put on.
He got to put on, and you
For
put him
sure.
over Undertaker.
Yeah. That was,
He didn't
I
need
want to
it.
say, there was a period of time where I just like fell out of love with wrestling. And that was in that dark era.
Yeah,
Those were dark ages.
really.
Yeah. So like, I want to say from like WrestleMania 30 to like 33,
Mm-hmm.
like that 3 year span, it was just like, whatever. I'll tune in for the pay-per-views. I'm not watching weekly. It's just, you know, bad booking decisions.
How long Roman Reigns is going to be the goddamn champion?
That motherfucker was the champion for 3 years.
Come on, bro. 3 years.
3
This ain't
years.
19. That used to happen back in the 80s and
when there wasn't that much TV.
when there wasn't that much TV. And again, the
Yeah,
draw was Hulk Hogan. The draw
yeah.
was Ric Flair in NWA. So you had to keep the belt on these guys, right? That's
Mm-hmm.
what made people come to the venue to watch the event because these guys made money off of they made money off of wrestling. How many times you wrestled? Everything wasn't on TV.
Right,
But then you got Roman Reigns,
man.
and that gets us into his match. Look, he's back into the thick of things again.
Always. That's King Drama over there. That's my tribal chief though. I'm not gonna disrespect. That's my dog.
I can't keep disrespecting. Oh, y'all young. I did John Cena. I can't do him. Y'all gonna kill me.
No, but see again, I'm a fan of all three in the match. This to me, this is a great WrestleMania. I'm a fan of everybody. You know what I
Really,
mean?
you like CM Punk?
Yeah. I love CM Punk.
I like Seth
I
Rollins.
love CM Punk.
No, he remind me
I
of.
love Seth Rollins too.
He remind me of Shawn Michaels.
I knew it. I knew that was coming.
He remind me of Shawn Michaels.
He has that endurance, bro. He just and that flavor. Like
Yeah, he's like him.
yeah.
Like when he speak,
Yeah.
like his wrestling attire,
Mm-hmm.
like the way he wrestled, his swag. They remind me of Shawn Michaels.
Oh,
And Shawn Michaels
the
was a
outfit is
freaking
gonna be
man, bro.
different.
Oh, of course.
The outfit is gonna be
So,
different.
what do you think is the outcome? So, tell us about this favor that
Okay.
CM Punk uh this guy.
So the favor is back in 2011. The favor was that Paul Heyman would walk to the ring with CM Punk. That was a promise that Paul Heyman made way back, and CM Punk is cashing in on that promise. Obviously, Roman Reigns doesn't like it, and Seth Rollins for a long time was just the third guy in the match that just hates both of them,
Yeah.
right? But now it's starting to look like Paul Heyman owes Seth Rollins a favor.
Hmm.
So Seth Rollins has been saying it. A lot of people ain't been catching on to it, but Seth Rollins could have stomped Paul Heyman's head, and he didn't. He spared him. So in Seth Rollins' mind, it's like, okay, now you owe me because I didn't do that to
You
you.
trying to do that?
I have some respect for you. You owe me now,
He owe everybody
right?
then.
He just owes everybody. Obviously, he's with Roman, so he owes him his loyalty.
Mm-hmm.
CM Punk is the original Paul Heyman guy. He owes him the loyalty. And Seth just spared your life. So now you owe him some loyalty.
So, what the hell do you do with this guy in this match? It's interesting.
In my opinion, I think Seth leaves with Paul Heyman.
Really.
Just crazy swerve, right? You seen Roman with Paul Heyman. You've seen CM Punk with Paul Heyman. This is something new. We've never seen Seth Rollins with somebody.
Yeah. Besides his wife.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
we get that later.
yeah, yeah.
Really? So you think
But
that
yeah, it's something
I
different.
don't put nothing past that slimy motherfucker?
No
You know who I would compare him to? He DJ Khaled.
word.
Paul Heyman.
Don't do. Don't.
100%.
Oh, Paul Heyman.
Paul Heyman.
Man,
He's DJ Khaled.
I still think Khaled is worse. I still think Khaled is worse.
If he walk out that goddamn ring on Saturday with Seth Rollins, then where you gonna put him at then?
He might pass Khaled.
He might pass Khaled.
He might pass Khaled.
Because Khaled expired his situation with Drake. Them
Yeah.
vocals ain't coming in. Them vocals
Them
ain't
vocals
coming
did
in.
not come in yet. He's still waiting at the mailbox.
He got Vibes Cartel.
Yeah, I seen that. You gonna
See,
listen to the song when it come out?
I'm listening to anything Vibes Cartel pull out.
I respect that.
Anything Vibes
I
Cartel pull
respect
out, I'm
that.
listening. I don't give a fuck. That was my childhood. I don't give a fuck. I'm mad I
He's
missed the
about to be
concert.
all over that Khaled album. He about to be all
him,
over
Beanie
that Khaled
Man,
album. Yup.
Buju.
It's a dancehall album at this point.
Yo, Mike said that shit about to be a motherfucking Jamaican album.
Yup.
Khaled
Who else he
stepping.
gonna get?
He can't get nobody. He can't get Drake. Is over.
No.
Future ain't
I
fucking.
don't think Kendrick gonna get on the
Kendrick
Khaled
ain't
song.
fucking with him anymore. I don't think Hove rapping no more.
Yeah, right. That's how I feel.
Yeah,
He
so
just he just chilling, twisting up his
yeah,
dreads.
Treasure of the Dread. Yeah, that's the same guy about Paul Heyman. He always on somebody's side. You was just with
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar all these years. Then
Mm-hmm.
do you know how long Paul Heyman has been in wrestling?
Yeah, Paulie Dangerously. That's my boy.
It's
He's
like
been
the
with
early
everybody.
'90s, probably late '80s.
Late 80s.
He
Yeah.
he went over to ECW and made that shit big.
Yo, bro, the list of people that Paul Heyman has discovered
It's
is
nuts.
mind boggling.
It's nuts.
He has the eye for the talent.
Yeah, he do. He better than Buddy Love. Remember Buddy Love? Was that his name?
Definitely remember Buddy
He
Love.
came,
Buddy Love's still around.
he came out with Undertaker back in the day. He's be all rant.
Bruce Pritchard.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy though. Paul Heyman's the one that discovered the Undertaker.
He came
It's
out
just,
with him too. I think he came out
yeah,
with him too.
it's
Yeah,
just, yeah,
he came out
it's
with him too.
so crazy the list.
I can't confirm, but I think he came out with him too. So
Mm-hmm.
now, who you got winning this fight? Well, you said Paul Heyman walking with Seth Rollins, so you rolling with me. I'm
Yeah,
Seth
but
Rollins,
the fans win.
but I don't like nobody that Paul Heyman hang with. So I'll be highly upset
Ooh.
if I don't, bro. I don't like Brock Lesnar. I'm not a Roman Reigns fan. I respect the Tribal Chief, but I'm not a Roman Reigns fan,
You had to make sure you put that in there because they was gonna get you if you
bro.
didn't
They
say
give me
that.
with John Cena.
Yeah,
All I said was
yeah.
he just remind me of Hulk Hogan. And they was
No, we
going
don't
crazy.
like that.
Like, yo, bro, I
We don't
never
like
like
that.
Hulk. They got me, y'all got me, yo, every time I see Nick, he fight me as if I'm a Hulk Hogan fan. All I said was you have to acknowledge what Hulk Hogan did in freaking wrestling.
Yeah, you do.
That's it. That's it.
Trash wrestler though.
And right now, if we want to go off the if we judge it, it's still premature. But if we judging the heel turn, Hulk is still smoking them.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
smoking them.
Off the yeah, NWO is crazy.
He's smoking them.
Yeah, smoking them bad.
He's smoking on her. He's
Smoking
smoking on
them
the Cena
bad.
pack right now. Smoking on it.
Yeah,
It's still premature. This could change.
we got some months. We got some months.
We got months. But so you got Seth Rollins to win and then walk away with
Yeah.
Paul Heyman.
Yep.
If that was to happen, I'm rooting for CM Punk.
Mm.
I like his song.
Yeah, call the person out. It's a classic.
That shit fire.
It's a classic. I know you've seen it live, right? It, the fans love it.
They
It's
love it.
insane.
I love it.
It's insane.
Again when CM Punk made his heyday, I wasn't really watching it, but I always
Yeah.
knew that damn song. So that's
Yeah.
how I knew him when he went to AEW. I was like, wait, he over here? But
He came to AEW, you hear with the way they sing that shit.
so
It's,
so here's my theory. I think I think Gunther,
mm,
right? Who's
that's a bad man.
It's a bad man. He's turned into my favorite wrestler, right? I think Gunther. The only reason why Gunther loses this belt at WrestleMania is because they got bigger plans for him.
Mm,
Now you know what the plans I'm hitting at?
mm,
The big belt.
yeah.
Later down the road, right? And let me tell you why
Let
I
me
think
let me
this
tell you
work.
something about Gunther, right?
Tell me.
Let me tell you something about Gunther because you just now getting into it. Gunther has been around for maybe 3-4 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's been champion 3.5 of those 4 years.
Bro, that boy,
That man is
that's a
rarely
bad,
without a belt. That's a
that's a
bad man.
bad mother. That's a bad mother. He is.
Longest reigning intercontinental champion. That's a bad
That's
man.
a bad man. And I think so. Get to the theory,
We there on that.
right? So you think because I don't think Yeet. I think that they just I think that he'd be like Damian Priest.
Position.
I don't
Like
think that he
that middle
carries the belt.
ground.
I don't think he gonna carry the belt well. Now he said again, they gonna kill me. Oh, but he sell all this merch and all that, just like that.
That don't make you
That
good.
don't make you good as a champion. If
Mm-hmm.
he's getting his ass beat every day on TV, it just looked like
Usually too.
a one-sided fight.
I think that there's two ways it could go, right? They could have Gunther destroy this man, just flat out kill him,
I think that's gonna happen regardless.
and solidify him as, yo, we have two big belts. Let's be real here.
Yeah.
They could do that
Triple H did carry that belt well.
very well. Or they could, like I said before, it's about the kids and it's about the money.
Mm-hmm.
It's a business. They could put the belt on you, but it's not gonna look right. It's not gonna look well in a match. I don't believe that he could beat Gunther. Like, it's not believable to
It's
me.
not believable. It's not. It's not believable.
It's not
I'm
believable,
not
bro.
convinced. I love the entrance. I love all that. Fuck that.
Oh, yeah, good vibes.
I love it. But the in-ring match thing, outside of that entrance and all the merch,
Yeah.
it stops for me.
You know, he's capable of putting on good matches. I will give him that. He's had some with Roman. He's able to put on good
Yeah, but
matches.
yeah, yeah,
Last year at WrestleMania,
yeah, but you're talking about. And I'm not disagreeing with that. I did watch that, but
yeah,
you're talking about him leading now, him carrying.
yeah,
It's not about we can't judge. We don't judge you off of your fight with Roman Reigns. We know what Roman Reigns
right,
is. I'm not judging you off your fight with I'm not speaking on him right now, but with your fight with Cody Rhodes. I'm not judging you
right,
off your fight with John Cena. We know what these dudes do in the ring. I'm judging you off of the little bum fights. When Gunther
yeah.
fight them little 5-minute fights that he having sometimes with him, he puts on a show. A complete
Gunther could
show.
have a match with a broom, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
be in tune.
And that's and when
He's
and when you the
yeah,
champion, you holding one of the biggest belts in the company. I need to know that every single time you lace it up, we're
mm-hmm,
entertained. And I'm not talking
mm-hmm,
about being entertained by you by your entrance. Entertained
mm-hmm.
by what you do in the ring. And I'm just not convinced with Yeet in that. I could be wrong.
Could be wrong.
I could be
Let me
wrong.
give you a little theory. Give you a little theory. It ties into the three matches that we spoke about. You know what I mean? And it goes back to the final boss. And it goes back to this corporation shit.
Yup.
I think you could put the belt on Yeet and still not have him be that main guy.
How
Because
long
you
does it
have
last?
you not very long. I'm gonna be honest, not very long. But it's one of those things where he could have other people protecting him still, because he still needs it. He's a tag team wrestler, bro. We going there's certain people that aren't able to break out of that.
And
I
that's
feel
what
like he's one of them.
and I'm hitting at that. But what's crazy is that fight is first. So their fight is before the triple
Yeah.
threat match. I
Mm-hmm.
think, again, I'm all over the place with it because like in scenarios of how it go, like how it's going, but I think that eventually down the line, CM Punk and Roman Reigns fight for the world championship. Now people tell me Roman Reigns is too big for that belt. But remember a name that I gave when I said Triple H carried that belt well. And he's Triple H.
Mm-hmm.
Another way to get ratings again is to have Roman Reigns as a champion. He don't need to be the big champion, but
Right.
I think a feud with him and CM Punk for that belt is going to happen, which is why I think Gunther will lose
Mm.
because then that eliminates Gunther from that and put him in for whatever happens with John Cena. Somebody's gonna have to beat John Cena eventually when John Cena win the belt. I'm not saying he'll win it now, but he's gonna win it, right? Somebody has to. John Cena, before he walks out of this business, is going to put somebody over. And I think that man is Gunther.
That's tough.
I got bold takes, bro.
No, it's not. It's not that it's bold. That's something that I want to see.
But it's all important on who wins in these matches. Like, we still got to pick
Yeah.
who wins the triple threat. Who wins
Mm-hmm.
with Gunther and Yeet? Who wins with Cody and Cena? It depends on who wins. But it's just, for some reason, I think that CM Punk and because Seth Rollins, he's like the fill-in to me in that fight. I love Seth Rollins, but I think that
Kind
the
of.
real fight is CM Punk and Roman Reigns. But Roman Reigns ain't just gonna keep fighting for nothing. Something's coming.
Right.
He's not just
Right.
fighting. He's not just
Definitely.
He's not just on the card just to be on the card and picking up
Mm-hmm.
different. He's gonna fight for a belt.
I don't think he's too big for it.
I don't
I
either.
don't. There's no. If you want to elevate the belt, you put it on the guys that need to elevate it. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So Seth Rollins being the first champion when it came back, that was big.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Damian Priest. It kind of died down a little bit. Gunther is trying to big that belt up again. You got to deal with Yeet. Yeet gets the belt. It's gonna die down a little bit. You put that belt on Roman, it's going sky high.
Exactly. What about CM Punk? What was CM Punk winning? What you think?
It's going sky high too.
And that's my theory.
These are the names, bro. You want results, you put it on the guys that got the names.
You have
You
to.
got put it on the guys that entertain.
That's always been the name of the game. You got to put the big boy belts on the big boy guys. They come through. They lead. They carry. They carry. That's what you need. So who you got winning? Yeet or Gunther?
Gunther.
So you got Gunther winning. I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
But so you thinking Gunther's just going to go into another stratosphere right now with that belt?
That's just my personal opinion. If I want to put on my educated hat, Yee is gonna win.
He's going to win. And you got Seth Rollins winning the triple threat.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I do. Yeah.
You know what? I don't mind Seth Rollins winning. I don't know where Paul Heyman going to go, but I think that the real beef is going to be CM Punk and I said this already, CM Punk and Roman Reigns. And
yeah, that's coming.
I think Gunther loses the belt.
That's fair. Yeah. What can we do? That's our guy, but what can we do?
I love Gunther, but I think it's a bigger plan for him. I think it's a bigger plan for him. I think he's out. I think that it's time to put him over. I think it's time.
Put the rocket on his back. Fuck
yeah,
it.
I think so. He is beating the shit out of Gunther, out of Yeet. Like
he's beating the shit out of everybody, bro. If we being real,
his promos is great.
Talks that shit.
Bro. All his matches are interesting.
And that's believable, bro. What we really want is to believe. We want to feel immersed. It's a lifelong movie.
And I believe him.
I
believe the movie starring Gunther. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
I believe the movie starring Gunther. I believe it. He won me over.
Definitely.
Every time he
bro, he's just that guy, bro.
All right, so let's get into what was your favorite wrestlers growing up. We already said, John Cena.
So I'm gonna give you 3. John Cena, obviously, number 1. Stone Cold, number 2.
Mm-hmm.
And you gonna hate this one. Triple H, number 3.
Oh my God, I hate your list. I love Stone Cold. I hate your list, though. I hate Hunter Hearst Helmsley. Yo, I hate him,
Triple
bro.
Triple H, man.
Yo, I respect him. Yo, I hate all the people you like, bro. Yo, I love Triple H entrance. That's it.
Yeah. That's it.
That's it.
That man puts on shows, bro.
I like his interest in Stephanie.
Very good things to like.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. So that's your 3. You don't got 2. You don't got 2 more. Give us 5.
Need 2 more.
All time though. We're not just speaking on. So we can put today's guys in there.
Sting, and I'll give you a today guy, AJ Styles.
Damn, from TNA?
Yeah, I was big on TNA too, bro.
They back.
It's crazy because I'm like, I like the side shows. WCW, AEW, TNA.
Yeah, not mad at that. I love
Yeah, I was
ECW. ECW was I
ECW.
like this motherfucker.
If I
They
was
were
around at
kids.
that time, I'd have fucked it with ECW crazy.
Yeah, I love
That,
ECW.
this is wild wrestling.
Yeah, it was wild wrestling. I love
One guy I hate. I'm gonna give you a guy I hate, and this is a hot take.
Tommy
Rob
Dreamer,
Van Dam.
Rob
Rob
Van
Van
Dam.
Dam.
I'm just gonna say Tommy
It's
Dreamer.
a hot take.
Rob
Hot
Van
take,
Dam.
bro. I hate Rob Van Dam, bro. I hate him. Every time I say it, people look at me crazy. I hate
Yo,
him.
you want to hear a hot take? That's how I feel about
Talk to
Taz.
me. Ooh, Taz was not that great.
I didn't
I'm
like him,
gonna
bro.
be
He was
honest.
bad as a commentator. Go over there. I ain't like from the Red Hook section of Brooklyn. Taz.
Taz from Long Island. We gonna be real.
Yeah.
Taz from Long Island.
Taz from Mineola.
Yeah, Taz
the,
wasn't from
the
the hook,
the Red
man.
Hook section of Brooklyn. Get out of here with that
Red Hook.
nonsense.
Who calls it the Red Hook
The
section?
Red Hook
That's
section.
Red
The
Hook.
Red Hook. The Red Hook
Yeah,
section.
just Red
Red
Hook,
Hook
bro.
section of Brooklyn. Damn. So you said
Man,
you don't like RVD. I don't like Taz. We agree with Taz. Triple H. I get it. You know, Mike like Kurt Angle. Um.
Mike got a weird top five.
So I don't think I'm giving you my top five. Like you want my favorites, not my top five. Who I think is
Yeah,
my
yeah.
favorites. Undertaker is my goat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm throwing Gunther in there. Gunther.
Respect.
Gunther. I'm throwing him in there. I like him, bro. I like people that beat people up. I like him.
Yeah. Old school feel too.
Old school. Yeah, old school feel, bro. All right.
Respect.
Shawn Michaels, of course. Macho Man. Macho Man.
Mm-hmm.
And Ric Flair.
That's a great five.
And Ric Flair. And Ric Flair,
A
bro.
great. That five is very technical. You
I
like technical
love all
wrestling.
honorable mentions. Dusty Rhodes. It's crazy because I'm not the biggest fan.
Respect.
It's crazy. I hate to say this, right? I think Cody Rhodes is the worst wrestler out of the Rhodes.
Oh.
Goldust is nice.
Goldust is nice.
Goldust is nice, bro.
Goldust
I'm
is
talking
nice.
about just in the ring. In the ring. First of all, he killed that character. That character, he
Yeah.
get that character. First of all, he had to be comfortable to do that. Like he had to be
Very
like he's.
comfortable.
I think he's married,
Very
something like
comfortable.
that. He'd be like comfortable
Yeah.
to do that, right?
Yeah.
It was believable. Like if you watch, it was believable. Go watch
You would think that was him.
one of my favorite fights, right? And it's another one that I love too. One of my favorite fights,
Oh,
WrestleMania
you about
against
to say what up?
Roddy Piper.
Yes, that's
Yo,
my shit, bro.
and when they had the gold limousine,
Yeah,
I think it was
bro.
1996. It was in the Anaheim
Yes,
Pond.
bro.
It was in the Anaheim Pond. It was 1996. I love Roddy Piper too, but
Mm-hmm.
it was Goldust. He was a great wrestler. Like
Definitely.
I love the Cody Rhodes is great, but he's just not as good as them like in ring wrestlers. But those are my five. So to finish us off, right? I've been noticing since I got back into my wrestling thing. I've been noticing that the women's
Mm-hmm.
division is way
Oh, it's
different.
different.
It's
Oh, it's
way
different.
different from when I left. The women's
Bro,
division in wrestling is crazy.
you missed the whole glow up, bro. Like it was yeah.
I missed the
It,
seed. Like y'all was there for the seed. Y'all seen them put the.
I seen it all, bro.
This is
I
crazy.
I seen when so going back we had the Sables and the
Oh
leaders and
God.
all of them.
They
Tori
was it. I'm happy you
Wilson.
said Lita because Lita don't get. That was my girl, Toy Wilson.
That's my shorty. Yeah.
Lita don't get enough credit for being how she was nice.
Yeah, her and Trish
She,
Stratus. Oh,
we know Trish Stratus.
oh yeah, but yeah,
Trish Stratus and Sable. That's like
yeah.
and Sunny.
Ooh, sunny days. Shout
Yeah,
out Bret Hart.
yeah. But I I came back and I'm like, how they got a women's intercontinental championship.
Mm-hmm.
They got women's tag team championship. They got two women's belt like world championship
Mm-hmm.
belts, right? I'm like, yo, the women is kicking ass.
There's nights where they do better than the men, bro.
Yes, they kick it, and it's good to see. I'm pro women, so I love to see like women just being like like in the front of
Mm-hmm.
entertainment. Like, but like it's nuts to see how big the women's division came in wrestling and how much it carried.
The evolution was real, bro.
Who your favorite woman in the thing?
Ever or right now?
Oh, ever, ever I say
Ever,
Trish Stratus, but ever
Lita.
Lita.
Ever's gonna be Lita.
Lita was great.
Yeah,
She was great.
yeah.
Yo,
Right now,
you know who had a
it's
moment.
gonna be Rhea Ripley.
Oh, wait.
Oh,
We gonna get to her. We gonna get to her. You know who had a moment for a little while, and I may sound crazy. I might get killed.
talk to me.
China. China had a,
Oh, definitely,
China
bro.
had like
That's
2 years where that shit was looking high.
definitely, bro.
She had like 2 years, and Stephanie was good too.
Stephanie did her thing. It's for the times.
It's for
You
the
look at the
times.
times. Yeah, they was doing their thing.
But Rhea Ripley,
Oh, taking ass.
yo, I was mad when she lost the belt.
Word, but it made sense.
I was mad.
It made sense.
When I get
Oh,
invested into that, I wasn't too invested in her
yeah,
with the championship. I was like,
yeah.
she needed, like, it looked good on her.
Imagine if you was around for the first time. She had it for a whole year, bro.
Yeah, so she ain't gonna win it back at WrestleMania. It's over.
I think Bianca wins.
What's her name again? Bianca
Bianca Belair.
Belair. She doing all these like promos and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
She getting bigger and bigger, yeah.
She's everywhere, bro. She had her own
She on
reality show.
she was on if I'm not mistaken, she was on First Take. She was just on
Mm-hmm.
Uncle Shannon and Ocho. Like she was
Very
doing
popular.
yeah, I'm glad though. All in all, to sum it up, I'm glad that the women's division in wrestling has gotten to where it got to.
It needed to.
Yeah.
Because even back then, you could say some of them were doing better than the men.
Yeah, but you know what it was? But it was just it was just basically eye candy. It
Yeah.
was like you came in, you watched them for eye candy. That was it. Like
And now
they get their moments. They got their moments. But now it's like it's eye candy and they wrestling. Like they getting
they
it in.
wrestling for real,
Yeah, they
bro.
getting it in. They getting it in.
For
They
real.
it's entertaining.
Definitely. They could do 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is what we'll do. Let's get back on after WrestleMania. Let's see if any of our theories
For
are
sure.
correct. If we just 100% wrong.
Oh,
We don't know. The writing's been good
I've been
again.
there.
We don't
I've
know.
been there, bro.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I'm with it.
we'll come back post WrestleMania and we just speak on whatever happened.
For sure.
All right. Thanks for getting on, bro. I appreciate
Of
it.
course. Thanks for having me.